Welcome everyone. It is the Division 6 Finals. It's been a long season, 11 and some odd weeks with some weird buys related to stadium issues, related to the annual Super Bowl buy, of course, the FPF tradition. But now we've got here, it is Brassard, it is the Division 6 Championship. We have the Ducks, we have BBallers being promoted from Division 6D. I'm here, my name is P. Delarice, of course. Yes. You all know me from the FPF podcast. I'm joined by a sometimes co-host, Terry Tam. We are, in fact, the hottest, the sauciest broadcast booth in the history of FPF.
There's a lot of hot sauce in this booth right now.
So much hot sauce. All over the table, all over myself, all over every self.
You know what I like? The transition that we've done. We used to come here in suits and do this.
Yeah.
Now, I just rolled out of bed.
Yeah, basically. You look great, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You woke up like that.
I did wake up like this.
You're basically Beyonce. BBallers look like they're going to start with the ball. Gianni Casati taking a few warm-up throws to himself as Leo Gervais. He's doing a good job as head official, buying time for the broadcasting. That's his main job to start the game.
Main job to start the game is to give us enough time to give you the best product possible, which we always strive to do. I'm excited for this game, honestly. I have no idea how Matt Damon is able to play Division 6, but it's good to see that they've come a long way, especially this team. I love watching this team, D2 Mighty Ducks. One of my favorite teams to watch. They're very exciting. They're not super fast, but they're very big, and I like the way they play.
And if you think that's ridiculous, wait till you see Gianni Casati throw a single pass. You're going to wonder, what is Division 6? What is this?
Well, Gianni Casati and the B-Ballers came from 6D, right?
They came from 6D. They all played elsewhere in outdoor leagues. They're all highly decorated players. They lost their first game in FPF, and for a second, we were like, oh, that's the thing. It takes time to adjust, and then they have not lost since.
12 games later, they're in the finals against. The finals moved up to Division 6 from 6D to play against B-Ballers, to play against the D2 Mighty Ducks. B-Ballers, honestly, very athletic team. They're going to try and use their speed, their football skills, and it's going to be very interesting to see them against an experienced flag football team like D2, because B-Ballers, they haven't really played the best competition, right? They played 6D, where it's called 6D for a reason. It's developmental, right? Yeah. So there's a lot of teams that are developing their skills, they're learning the rules, and they were able to dominate and finish first in that division, which is great for them. They moved up, so it kind of balances the talent out that way. But at the end of the day, D2 is the more experienced team, and I think that they're going to be able to manage the game a little bit earlier.
B-Ballers, you said speed is the name of the game. I think that is the case. They have some size too. They're a very good team. They have started to see Division 6 caliber teams, and they've beaten Division 6 caliber teams. Their first playoff game in their first FPF playoff game, they scored 60 points. They beat Channel 4 News team, who's a team that's been around for a little while.
A long time.
Beat them 60-18. So they've been rising to the challenge, although it's been getting tougher and tougher.
Absolutely.
This, I think, will present a specific challenge for them. Gianni Casati threw 2 interceptions in the red zone last week. He faces the big body Ducks in this game, and it looks like we're ready to get underway.
I'm very excited for this game right now. I want to see what Gianni Casati does early to see if he takes a shot deep, test the speed out a bit.
He just may. He's starting the game. It is first down, of course. They are in base formation, gets the snap, looks to his left, scrambles immediately, delivers the ball to the outside, and it is caught by William Trottier. William Trottier being one of his main threats on this team.
Now I know exactly what you mean by when you see him throw, and I'm sure our audience knows, when you see him throw, you're going to ask yourself, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, it looks effortless. Like we are doing this instead of watching the Masters and watch the effortless Tiger Woods and his amazing efforts today. But Gianni Casati, maybe the Tiger of Division 6D. That made no sense. Taking a rolling snap, moving to his right, throwing to the sideline. Beautiful placement of the ball, but not able to bring it in. On that sideline was Vincent Beauregard.
So rolling snaps are very effective in FPF, especially if you're playing against a good rusher, which they are playing against a very good rusher. What I'd like to see from that is if he can use somebody like Charles Véron, number 7. He's playing from the slot position. If you're going to be rolling out, it's obvious you're going to be going to the sideline. If you're going to rolling out, you maybe get a deep hook from your slot. That guy's going to be wide open because everybody's going to bubble to you.
And to your point, Felix Perouse, very quick. He's probably one of the quickest guy has on the team. He's actually not rushing on this play. Casati buying time to his right. This time, that comeback is caught by Beauregard. Same ball placement. This time around, it works.
So you notice that the rusher changed. Felix Pereus is a very good rusher, and it's surprising to see that he's not rushing today. But he's also a very good football player as well, so you can use him in space. Julien Saint-Laurent is the one that's been rushing, and he's a big guy. He can cut off lanes, and that's an amazing strategy by D2 to get a bigger guy, get in front of Gianni Cassati, make him look at his second throw, make him have to use his feet instead of his great arm.
Well, the thing is, the footwork's so incredible. He's able to throw from multiple platforms. He's able to throw on the run. We've seen already in this game, he hasn't sat in the pocket on a single play. So we see now, this time in trips, the ball delivered to Cassati. He looks to his right. The ball is not caught in the flats and falls harmlessly to the ground.
Number 21 right there, Olivier Truchon. Dropping the ball. It was a very easy route. What I like that he did there was that he kind of looked towards the inside slot that was going across the field, and he bubbled it to the snapper that was coming on top of him. It was a great play, just unfortunate that he didn't catch the ball.
Olivier Truchon has had 10 catches in this playoffs already. Again, in trips, Cassati rolling to his right. He has a receiver back of the end zone, trying to frame it for him. Instead, he goes across the field, throws a beautiful touchdown, and it's in for a score. Terry, it's 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my drop top, and that's a touchdown.
That's not real what you just said.
William Trusty.
That's not
Absolutely. Maybe you don't listen to enough Usher.
But it's a shame because the defender there, number 81, Karim Morissette, I guess it is, yeah? From what I see.
Their numbers are impossible to read.
No, but also from this distance, I mean, I recognize some of their faces, but I couldn't tell who it is. He kind of blew a tire on the blue line there.
Yeah, he sort of turned his hips in, went the wrong way, and now on the convert, Cassati looks, this time sitting in the pocket, delivers the back of the end zone on a slant. It falls to the ground, trying to go once again to his receiver, and it falls to the ground.
Number 25, Alexandre Coteau, who's on defense for D2 Mighty Ducks, broke that pass up right there. He's somebody that I looked at and I'm like, this guy's going to make it. He's going to make a difference because in the red zone, he's extremely talented and he knows exactly how to read defenses. And Gianni Cassati isn't comfortable in the red zone. We've seen it happen all playoffs. And red zone offense is something that you have to develop in FPF.
It's the spacing, specifically knowing the depth. It's not a very big end zone. They change from field to field. It makes it difficult. But now Matt Damon leads the Ducks. It's 1st and 10, his first drive of the game. Matt Damon receives the snap. He starts to move, delivers the ball over the middle, delivers the ball to the big body of Big Ren, Renaud Saint-Laurent.
Is he? What did we say? He's 250?
Yeah, he said no. He's at 6'6", 240. He's slimmed down.
Hey, I weigh 240 pounds and I'm 5'9".
You don't look like Big Ren.
I know, it's weird.
Not at all.
It's weird.
It's weird how that happens.
But that's going to happen often. They're so much bigger. And I think you alluded to in the podcast, if Gab Wiseman is your big guy on your team, then you have a problem.
Yeah. It's now 2nd and 1, maybe 2. Matt Damon ready to receive the snap. Sort of a tight formation here by the Ducks. Sort of a V formation, someone would say. Ball delivered on a slant over the middle. There's a flag on the ground. For now, it's a first down.
I think it's going to be holding on the defender that was defending number 22, Martin Jackson.
Yeah. Martin Jackson from Les Affreux. Matt Damon's famed Division 5-4 team he played on for years and years and years. These two have played together for a ton of time, and he along with Matt Damon, has been an important addition to this team.
Martin Jackson has been his number 1 receiver all year. I think he has almost 40 catches in the regular season and in the postseason as well. He's had about 16 catches as well. At the end of the day, you're going to go to what makes you comfortable, and Martin Jackson is always his outlet, and he should be as well.
It is first down. Matt Damon receives the snap, looks to his left. He can't buy time, however, and he is sacked. Matt Damon, he's prone to take sacks. That's one thing about his game.
Yeah.
He will try and shift. He will try and move. And if he can't buy time, it might be a long day for him.
He was sacked a lot during the season because he waits for his plays to develop. And he had the route that he wanted. He just, I don't think he trusted his arm to float it over the defender. He was looking at Renaud Saint-Laurent. The sack was made by number 18, I believe. Actually, no, it was made by number 84.
84, Samuel Trudeau with the sack. Now Matt Damon readies and trips on 2nd and long. He begins to roll out immediately. He buys time. This time he's going to run, and he has that flag to move quickly. It looks like it's going to be a small game, short game, about a yard or so, and it's 3rd and long.
3rd and long, and it's huge right now. You know what? You're not gonna punt. You already passed half at this point. You're not gonna punt, so you might as well just take a shot deep, see what happens. Maybe get a mismatch in terms of size.
Smart play to live for another down there, Terry.
Absolutely, yeah. You're just trying to get as close past to the half as possible. So if you do decide to punt, then it goes down to their 1. I don't even think it's past half, actually, now that I see it. It looks like it's right
Close.
before half. Yeah.
Either right on it or right before.
Yeah.
This time in quads, Matt Damon loves using unbalanced formations. He gets the snap. He looks, delivers the ball over the middle. Another big body. Karim C. Morissette catching the ball right near, but slightly short of the first down marker. 4th and 1.
4th and 1, and that was exactly the play that I'm looking at. So you go down the middle, you use your big body, you cover so the defender can't get to the ball. Great play by Karim Morissette, and a great throw by Matt Damon. He looked off one side, and then when that play came down to the middle, it was wide open. It was weird to see what B-ballers were doing. They played really off, as if they were scared of the deep ball, like I was mentioning. But if they went man on that one, I think they probably would have been able to.
Karim C. Morissette, you wouldn't know it necessarily, but cousin to FPF veteran Fred Morissette.
No way.
Yep. Ball delivered quickly over the middle to his snapper, Martin Jackson. He gets the first. They're in the red zone. Ducks are marching. Ducks don't march. Ducks are flying.
Ducks are flying. Ducks fly together.
Yeah. Ducks of a feather, red zone together.
Martin Jackson, a nice little switch the snapper on that one. I like that because I know Senegal is usually the snapper.
But they have every snapper, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
On this team.
But Martin Jackson's the outlet, man. He's going to be there. He's going to be open most of the game.
That's smart, and love that these guys don't have the ego to be able to do that. Now on the shot of the end zone, about 2 yards away, Matt Damon gets a snap, throws that quick smash out. It is caught. It is a touchdown. Terry, unbreak my heart. Say you love me again, because Anthony Pelletier is in for a touchdown.
I can't take you seriously. Anthony Pelletier with a nice route to the sideline there. Good ball by Matt Damon. Throws it a little, just high enough so only the receiver can get it. And the defender on that side, unfortunately, wasn't able to knock it down. We have a tie game right now, 6-6.
6-6, and now a big convert. Converts may be big in this one, where Gianni Casati is the rookie quarterback, still adjusting to red zone offense. There is few better at this level than Matt Damon in terms of efficiency. He's going once again with an unbalanced look. This time Karim Morissette on the outside, in quads once again. Ball snapped to Damon. Damon rolls to his right to the flood side and is sacked once again. The sack going to Jean-Nicolas Brenco. Jean-Nicolas Brenco, one of the better rushers in this division.
So what we're seeing is that the speed of the rush, the speed of the defense on B-baller side is kind of it's disrupting a few of the routes. Matt Damon hasn't looked comfortable in that drive that he had. Even though they scored, he wasn't comfortable at all.
What adjustments do you think he can make, Terry?
I think honestly just quicker routes, because what he's doing is he has a lot of long developing plays. If he's running trips on one side, quads on the other, these plays take long to develop, and you're trying to break down your reads. Against a team that's this fast, you just run hooks and slants all game.
1st and 10, 2 players lined up at the rush bag. Ball delivered to the left side again. It is caught. A little bit of a dancing will cost him a yard. William Trottier with the catch on the outside.
William Trottier is very simple to use. He runs hooks and deeps, and it seems like he's going to catch it all the time. Gianni Casati loves to use him. Honestly, I look at this offense and I see Charles Verreau. That's the only player I've been looking at, because I feel like he's set to have a big game. And maybe a post off the top right now to open it up.
Wide angle rush this time. The slant taken underneath. The ball is caught. B-ballers advancing as Frederic Sené-Lucier moves the ball up. Frederic Sené-Lucier during the season, Terry, 27 catches, 555 yards, and 16 touchdowns in regular season. 16
touchdowns, that's impressive, especially in that division, because you usually see, you know what, you'll always have one guy that dominates, but you can tell that Gianni Casati is using his receivers that he's comfortable with right now. Trottier, Lucier, and it's going to continue happening. This time Lucier is on the ISO side, the trips to the right. Ball snapped on 1st down. Another slant over the middle. This time Casati doesn't go to it. He buys time. His receivers are trying to make a play. He runs to the sideline, makes a move. He's still on his feet. It is a 1st down in the red zone for B-ballers. And there's a flag on the ground. It's going to be a flag guard. It's going to be a 1st down, 5 yards back with the flag guard. At the end of the day, I think no harm, no foul at this point, even though there was a foul on the play. But Gianni Casati, great play. Great read. He saw nobody was open. If you look at the play again, saw nobody's open, and at that point, he's able to just run around. His ability to break and come back, when we saw I don't know which play we were watching right there. We saw that on the touchdown earlier. We see it here now, where he breaks on his right, on a dime, back to his left. And the Ducks are taking a wide angle rush as well, so he's just quick enough to be able to do that. Honestly, it's a great play by Gianni Casati, seeing where the defense broke down and able to take advantage. 1st and 10, back to 5, rolling snap to Gianni Casati to the right side. He delivers the ball quickly on a hook. It is caught by Vincent Beauregard. B-ballers
you know, we talked a lot about their speed. We talked a lot about their ability to stretch the field. What we've seen so far, Terry, is a very smart, controlled offense.
Absolutely, and the key to the game for me, for BBallers, was you have to stay efficient against a very well organized D2 team. And to stay efficient, he doesn't like to spread the ball around, but right now he is spreading the ball around. He has 4 different receivers with catches, and I think he's going to continue it that way in order to take advantage of the mismatches they have with the speed.
Ball once again, snap to Casati this time in a bounce formation. A smash out to the outside. It looks like it's in. It's called. It's a touchdown. Terry, I'll make love to you if, like you want me to, if you can make a play like that.
I thought you can't. I thought you said the references were 90s hip hop.
90s R&B.
R&B, okay, I like it. There's a lot of Tony Braxton.
Boys to men there.
A lot of boys to men. You had Tony Braxton before. I like it. I like it. But that was a great play. But to me, I think you have a mismatch.
Once again, by the way.
Yes, absolutely. You have a mismatch on that side. I think that William Trottier on Alexandre Coteau right now, if it's not deep and it's not in the red zone, I think that you have to be able to change that matchup.
On the convert, rolling out, wide open corner, and it is dropped. Terrible drop there by Frederick Signy-Lucier. He doesn't drop a lot of balls, but absolutely. That one, again, converts might be pivotal. We see it's 12-6, 9 minutes and 44 seconds. I'm Pease Del Reyes, you're Terry Tam. We're here at the Brossard Complex in the Division 6 finals. We have the Ducks trailing to the BBallers. So far, neither team has made a stop and neither team has made a convert.
So converts are huge, and at the end of the game, it might be something that's gonna be the cause of the victory or cause of the loss. If you're not gonna be able to get your converts, then at that point you have a big completion there from Matt Demont to Karim Simarisset for about 10 yards. Great play there, just hooks on the outside. It was honestly very smart play from Matt Demont. I think that he's gonna have to stay efficient that way, not spread it deep. But like I was saying before, is that you're going to need those extra points. Those extra points are going to be super key, especially in a tight game like it's been so far.
Thank you, Terry, for doing 2 jobs at once.
It's my pleasure.
A little technical difficulty as my throat was entirely parched.
Entirely parched from singing R&B, 90s R&B.
Until like 3 in the morning. My fiance
I'm not going to look at you
many times.
I'm not going to look at your paper because I'm very curious to what you're going to hit me with.
Matt Demont on second down now. He rolls, delivers the ball over the top, and a great defensive play there by number 7,
Charles Verreau.
Charles Verreau.
So I want you to look at my sheet right here where I said Charles Verreau is an X factor on defense, and that's the type of plays that he's going to make.
Perfect coverage,
absolutely.
Inside shade, forces the receiver to the outside, gets his hand up.
Absolutely, great play. And you know what? If Matt Demont floated a little bit, it could have been a touchdown. But he's stuck with his receiver. He's able to be there man for man, kind of hand checking him the entire time and knocking it down. It was a great play.
Absolutely. Now on third down, rolling. This time Demont's going to keep it. He has the first. Charles Verreau with the flag.
I love Matt Demont, but I think he's lost a little bit since.
Well, he tore his ACL a few years ago.
Oh, there you go.
And age is kind to no man.
To absolutely nobody. Absolutely. The only person that is kind to in this league is, I would say, Molcon. It seems like he keeps on getting younger.
Yeah, actually, he looks better now than he did ago.
He looked ill. He looked sickly back in the day. But BBallers on defense is crazy. This year they have 4 guys with more than 5 interceptions. And like we spoke earlier, I know they've played against the weaker. You have a false start on that side.
Yeah.
False start by D2.
And that's the kind of thing that will happen in the playoffs, will happen in the finals. And, you know, little key things like watch the ball. D2, an experienced team, they won the championship in spring. You figure they've been here, they've been under the big lights of Brossard.
The big lights.
Having been here, seen the whole setup, the trophies, casting their shadow across the field. Yet they're the first ones to make that kind of mistake.
So honestly, it's gonna happen. You know, the games you're nervous, right? You ran 2 plays, you didn't get what you wanted.
Demont looking to his right, delivers quickly. Renaud Saint Laurent, man, he can just box you out and reach for that ball, can he? He like slowed down specifically to keep his defender away.
You know what I like about Renaud Saint Laurent is that he's very unassumingly fast. You know, so as soon as, maybe not on the first step, but after that, he kind of like, he gets this weird separation from you. And as a big guy myself playing snapper, you always look for that because you're going to be covered most of the time, right? Especially if you're accounted for. But he's able to create that separation, and it's, with his big body like that as well, I think it's going to be a huge matchup going forward against a fast team like this.
Second down, this drive, of course, this series of downs being backed up by that false start penalty. Matt Demont with a high snap, delivers quickly to his right. Anyway, Anthony Pelletier, like these Ducks, man, that's what they do. They get their big backside to you, and you can't get across.
Ducks fly together. Ducks fly together. We haven't spoken about Gab Wiseman all game. We're probably not going to talk about him a lot on defense. The reason why is because he's so efficient and so sound on defense that he's not going to get looked at. Matt Damo's going to look that side, and he's going to be like, okay, nothing's open. I'm not going to throw there.
It's one of the ways Gab Wiseman has been able to keep his rating so low.
I was going to ask.
Play low divisions because there's not a lot of stats on defense because
he's a very
he
good
literally
player.
will just take entire reads away.
Absolutely.
And he's a guy who plays quarterback as well. He understands the game, and now it's 3rd and a couple of inches for Matt Damo. Matt Damo gets the snap, tries to pitch it to Renaud Saint Laurent, delivers instead over the middle, and the ball was not caught over the middle by Felix Perouse.
I look at the left side of the field for the B-ballers. I look at the right side of the field for the B-ballers. Right side, very, very good coverage. On the left side, you have somebody like Will Paquette, who we didn't speak about all game yet. 12 interceptions on the regular season. Yeah, that's not something to laugh at. He's opportunistic. He likes to jump. He likes to jump routes. He's speed for speed. I think he can catch up with a lot of people in this league. So I'm looking at him to make a big play.
4th and inches tight on Damo's right side. He delivers the ball to Renaud Saint Laurent. He's cut, and it's a touchdown. This is no ordinary love, Terry. This is my love for the Ducks, and that touchdown on that play.
What song is that?
This is no ordinary love. This is no ordinary love.
I don't know that song. Or maybe you're just not singing it properly.
I'm a terrible singer.
I love that play.
You know that.
I love that play by Matt Damo because what he did was he rolls out. Yeah. As he rolls out, everybody follows him. What does that do? It clears up the middle, and big guy Renaud Saint Laurent is there to catch the ball.
So Matt Damo's he's a mobile quarterback, but not in a traditional way.
Yeah.
He's the guy who moves side to side and changes the throwing window when he needs to. Now on the convert, he has his, again, tight formation on one side. Ball delivered high, jump ball, Karim Simonet, and we have now a 12-12 game, Terry. We see an error on the scoreboard.
Error on the scoreboard.
In fact, a 12-12 game, neither team has made scored a convert.
If you're going to go jump ball, Will Paquette is the one that's going to be able to defend that ball. You see that in the red zone right there. It's throwing a jump ball. Will Paquette coming up there and knocking it down as he's been doing all year. Normally he would catch it, but at that point he just knocked it down. No point in catching it, trying to take it out.
And just good positioning by the B-ball defender. Karim Simonet, unable to get the inside track, had to go around him, took the longer route to the ball. And now rolling snap once again for Gianni Cassati. He keeps rolling to his right, dumps it out quickly. It is caught by Vincent Beauregard. Those outside hooks have been there early, Terry.
Those outside hooks have been there early, short, deep. And Vincent Beauregard, it seems like that's all he's doing today, which doesn't really matter because it seems like it's working. But I think what the D2 is going to actually notice, if not now, maybe in the second half, is that he rolls out before the snap is coming. So you should be able to recognize that. What you do at that point is as soon as he rolls out, every time he rolled out, other than the freak play on the touchdown, on the first touchdown to Will Trottier, is that he's going to throw that hook or he's going to throw it short on that side. So they should be adjusting to that route.
And maybe having a defense that crashes the side. This time the ball snapped to Cassati, smash out to the outside. Cassati keeps rolling. He's going to run. The flag missed. He stays in bounds, Terry. And he's close to the first down marker. Before finally being deflagged by Anthony Peltier.
Anthony Peltier with a good tackle there, because if he didn't tackle him, I think that he was going to get a first down. Now we're looking at 3rd and 4, about 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. He had a post open down the middle. We don't have the replay. He had the post open down the middle, but because it was on his backside, he wasn't able to get it there. If he had tried to float it, which I think he wanted to do, trusting his own arm, it might have been picked off by the free safety.
Alexandre Croteau missing a flag there. That's a big play. You thought he'd be an X factor on defense. So
far he hasn't.
When we mentioned him on defense, it hasn't been great. The motion caused the trips to the right. Cassati throws this time. The post is open over the middle. What a beautiful pass to Charles Pedro. It's a touchdown.
No, it was Will Paquette that caught that one.
Well, their stat sheet during the season said a different number. Will Paquette, huge touchdown.
Will Paquette with the great play. You know, I think that play was designed for the other guy, the snapper, I think.
Yeah. But it was like a corner and post.
Yeah, it was a corner post. Yeah.
So you get sort of corner from the snapper and the post over the top to the receiver.
They were both wide open. Really didn't matter.
Absolutely. Great ball, great delivery. It's funny, I had a conversation with Alex David about BBallers. He knows some of the guys on the team. He actually described that play to me specifically.
Oh, really?
He said, I'm going to steal that play.
It's a nice play.
It's hard for the safety to see it coming. On the convert, Cassati rolls out. He has a receiver at the back. Unable to throw it this time. Delivers to the front cone. It is caught for the 1-point convert. It is now 19-12 in favor for BBallers over D2.
I love this B-Ballers team. Honestly, I'm watching them, and everything they do, it seems like it's flawless, you know? Will Trottier runs extremely good routes. And then on that side, I don't know who the receiver was, but he was open in the back of the end zone. I think Johnny just, he didn't trust his arm to throw it off his back foot.
His feet weren't set.
His feet weren't set at that point, so I think he just trusted, throw it low to Will Trottier to make a great catch to get the extra point. The first extra point of the game, 19-12. Let's see if D2 can catch up.
A minute left in the game.
In the half.
In the half.
That would have been a very fast game.
Absolutely. D2 marching. This is probably the best case scenario for D2. Ball delivered to the outside. Renault are unable to catch it, but Terry, with a minute left, they're going to get the 5 plays. They get the ball back to start the half. So do you think that this is best case scenario given how the game's gone?
I think it's best case scenario absolutely for them. They're going to score right now. I think you kind of burn the plays, you know, maybe try and score on the second to last play. Only give them maybe 1 or 2 plays to work with if you can score. But at that point, and then they get the ball back at half, it'll be great for them. I think it's the best scenario for them because you expected B-Ballers to be able to score.
And a smart timeout by Ducks
Absolutely.
gives them an extra play to work with. Matt Damon now lining up his team in trips. Again, with the short ISO on his right side, our left side.
I'm worried for Matt Damon at this point. I think that he's going to try and go deep, and somebody's going to pick it off.
Well, he's got the play, so he doesn't necessarily need to do it right away. He pumps. It looks like he was looking for it. Instead, delivers over the middle. It is fought for and caught by Martin Jackson.
So I felt the nervous by Matt Damon on that one. I don't know why.
He pumped, and he I felt like he was going to throw anyway if he had the ball in his hands. Just didn't have it, and that was the best thing that could have happened because he was absolutely covered by the B-Ballers.
Because who was covering him? Will Paquette, the guy with 12 interceptions this year. And honestly, I'm surprised he didn't come up with it. But he had a deep on the sideline here. We don't have the replay. Thanks, Eagle. It's okay.
I love how mad he
gets.
Amazing.
But he had a deep on the sideline. He looked there first, but it wasn't there. And then he threw it down to a check down, and Will Paquette was able to disrupt the play, but not finish it.
Absolutely. They took a timeout again.
Who took a timeout?
It's 18 seconds left. 19-12 for Ducks.
Is it smart to burn 2 timeouts?
Absolutely. Because you don't know if you'll need them in the second half. You absolutely do need them now. Scoring now is absolutely pivotal for D2. Ball thrown to the outside. Ball is caught. Martin Jackson with the catch to the outside. Matt Timon relying on his buddy, Martin Jackson, late in his half.
I don't agree with taking that second timeout. The first one, I say you stop it, you figure out what you want to do, you try to get the extra play, but you just got your first down, you're going to get 5 plays. If you score, you're going to give them 3 or 4 plays.
You still need to manage to make sure you don't score too quickly. And
that's what I'm saying. I don't know, it gives them more time.
Yeah. Now we're in 5 plays.
Now we're at 5 plays.
5 plays for Matt Damon. He gets a snap. He moves. Throws that first window slant. It is caught. It is a first down. Ducks now just outside the red zone.
Julien Senao with that great play there. Just an inside drag, wide open.
That is in the lower divisions, Terry. If you can get the snap quick enough to throw that first window slant or first window drag, it is virtually uncoverable.
Now we know how to beat you.
Yes. jump that first window slant.
This is where you want your Men in Black pants. You go with everybody that plays against you and forget about everything you just said.
Forget all the things I said. But it's look, guys who've played in this league a long time, like Matt Damon, they know how difficult that is to cover.
Absolutely.
Matt Damon now getting the ball on first down, looking to his right, throwing the ball. Nice safe ball thrown up. It was not caught.
By Koto.
Thrown out of bounds towards Koto.
Alexandre Koto, he was there, just a little overthrow. Smart play on Matt Damon to overthrow the receiver.
It was him or nobody, right?
It was him or nobody. Charles Varro had the coverage there, like we spoke about him earlier. Very, very sound on defense. He was able to get him step for step. I think that's a nice matchup that they want to continue having. I did notice that Charles Varro and Gab Wiseman switched, where Charles Varro was playing the half and Gab was playing the corner. So I like that they switched it up. They can always adjust. Both these guys are very capable defenders.
And I like Gab Wiseman on that play, taking away Renault Saint Laurent. The ball snapped by Renault Saint Laurent. This time Matt Damon delivers the hook to the outside, but thrown out of bounds, slightly high for Martin Jackson. It does appear as though the rusher Jean-Nicolas Brenko getting there quick, and it seems at times Matt Damon's not getting the ball set in his hand.
What I noticed on that last one, I was going to mention it, what I noticed on the last one is he bubbled out and he kind of took away a read. I don't know what read he was trying to take away. I missed the replay.
They did leave Renault Saint Laurent open in the middle.
Open in the middle, but what he did was he bubbled out and he took away that slant that he had to the outside, I guess, and it kind of made Matt Damon think and overthrow the ball.
And that's usually a high division tactic.
Absolutely,
from rushers. We don't typically see that in Division 6. This is the Division 6 finals. Now on third down, Matt Damon pumps, delivers the ball over the middle. It is not caught. Fourth down, Alex Coteau unable to make the catch.
I don't know who the defender is because he doesn't have a number. It means he's not getting any stats.
That's not useful to us at all.
Absolutely. But defender on the B-Ballers made a very
Way
nice
to
play.
be a jerk.
But the rusher did the same thing where Madamo kind of stepped to the right and then Branko kind of bubbled out and took his first read away, and then he had to force it to somebody, and then it was a great play made by the defender.
Kanim C. Morissette
Very
tagging in.
curious.
It's 4th down. It looks like Matt Damone wants as much size as on his side as possible. 4th and goal. Right as the half is about to end, Terry.
Oh yeah.
We see D2 taking their time in the huddle, using as much of it as possible. Matt Damone coming out with his standard 4 or 5 receivers across. Ball caught, thrown up to Karim C. Morissette. He boxes out. He tries to make. That's a great defensive play. Absolutely great defensive play out there by Will Paquette.
Great. See, I spoke about him earlier. The jump balls, that's not the person you're going to test. If you're going to test jump balls, you test it on somebody else. Will Paquette will come down with the ball. He will be able to make a play because he's a very big receiver and he's very smart.
And on the other side, Karim C. Morissette played it absolutely perfectly. Got to the spot, boxed out the receiver. Good ball placement by Matt Damone. There's really nothing you can criticize by the Ducks on that play, but it was just an absolutely phenomenal play by William Paquette.
I'm trying to find out who the guy with no number is, but I have no idea who he is. Maybe Simon can help us out a bit.
Yep, maybe if he can do his job as the runner and go down.
It
and
could be.
figure out
I think
who
it's
that
Jeremy
player is.
Augustin. Yeah, I think it is Jeremy Augustin.
Eagle, can you put his name up on the screen when you get a chance? Gianni Casati, end of the half.
How many plays left? One?
I believe this is the last play. Rolling snap once again. This time looking deep. He's going to deliver deep over the middle, but it will be to no one. And the half ends as quickly as it started, Terry. That didn't mean anything.
That play didn't mean anything. You know, you take a shot deep. Koto had good coverage there. You put your speed. You put your speed on the outside. But I don't know. I felt like maybe they should have gone trips, run around a bit. You know, just if you're gonna chuck it deep, chuck it deep, but chuck it into a flux of players. Don't chuck it to one guy. You know what I mean? If you're trying to go for one play, it's always better to go that way. But I love the way the first half has ended.
As we end the first half, let's look at the path both of these teams took to get here, Terry. BBallers promoted from Division 6D, as we've said. They beat Channel 4 News Team 60-18, as we discussed earlier. They beat the Warriors, who were the top seed from Division 6, 46-33. Gianni Casati, 6 touchdowns in that game. Frederic Sine-Lucier, as we talked about, being the number 1 threat on his team, catching 3 touchdowns. And then finally beating Avery Lala's Dirty Laundry, 22-18. Jean-Nicolas Branco had 3 sacks in that game. We've seen his presence in this game so far.
Branco has had a huge presence in this game, even though Madamo has still been able to be efficient. I think on that last drive, you saw the effect that he had. You saw the effect that Branco had. You saw the effect that Will Paquette had. And you saw the effect that the defense, like we said, the speed is the name of the game, right? It's not going to be, it's not the size and things like that. So I think that B-Ballers are going to be able to capitalize the second half with their endurance, with their speed to be able to take over the game.
And for D2, they played their first game in an overtime win against Division 6D's Los Siete Amigos. They won in overtime. Matt Damone sacked 3 times by Felix that win that game. Then in the second round, they go up against Dog Pound. They annihilated them. 46-19, got 2 defensive touchdowns before finally beating Unknown Talent 26-24, where Matt Damone got away with throwing 3 interceptions to win the game. We've seen defense step up for them so far in the playoffs. Who are the players who need to step up for D2, and what do they need? What adjustments do they need to make in the second half there?
Honestly, it's just cliche to say, but Matt Damone needs to step up. I mean, like I said, as efficient as he's been.
So defensive players,
Matt
Damone.
So sorry, my mistake. I apologize.
No worries.
If your voice wasn't so boring, I would have.
Well, look, so you can't be sexy and interesting at the same time.
That's a very good point. I'll just stay sexy, you stay interesting. So on defense, we got to look at guys like Koto. You got to look at guys like Julien Sénat as well. These guys are very good players. They should be able to match up speed for speed, but right now it's looking like they can. On the offensive side for D2, I think Matt Damone needs to be a little bit better in his play calling, at least get rid of the ball quicker. He's been trying to. I see it. He's doing it on slants. He's not doing it on hooks. If he's able to do it on hooks, he's able to march the field a lot more because B-Ballers are playing a little bit deep. If you notice that, you can kind of do like a W where you send the slots, you send them deep hooks, and on the outside guys, you send them on short hooks, and the same thing with the snapper, you send them on short hook. You kind of do like a W formation, and you're able to pick apart the defense. Matt Damone, if he picks up on something like that, it should be great. And what does he do? He goes to trips, first play of the game.
Quads, actually.
Quads, there you go.
We got the second half set to start. Matt Damone quads to his left side, but There seems to be a delay
They're trying to run the time.
because it's 22 and 1 second.
Is
I
that-
mean,
but
is
that's
the 1
not the
second really an
official-
issue?
No,
That is
absolutely
the
not.
official time,
It
actually.
is the official
Yeah.
time. Okay.
In the finals, different from every other FPF game, we actually have a running scoreboard with the time. Hopefully, something that'll make its way into regular season FPF games soon,
Absolutely.
Terry.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, it's tough with all the different venues and with the domes. They don't really have boards, so hopefully it's going to happen soon. If Rob is able to find the
Captain Campana,
Captain
perhaps.
Campana, Commissioner Campana, if he's able to figure that out, I think we would all benefit from it as well.
I think it would be a great
Clock has
addition
started.
because it's really helpful for teams and for us to see that the clock starts running. That slant underneath delivered, as we said. It is caught and a flag thrown immediately as Alexandre Croteau is stopped in his progress.
I don't agree with that flag. If it's against
I agree as well.
Alexandre Croteau, like I said, I think they're going to cancel the flag because as a bigger guy, no, they didn't cancel it. They gave it to him.
Yeah.
As a bigger guy, it can't be an excuse where you can't slow it down. But he was just turning as he turned around. The defender was there.
Right there. It was just an unlucky placement of the defender.
That's it, exactly.
And
so
in fact, if anything, his progress is more slowed by the defender than the contact he initiated.
absolutely. So if anything, it should be on the defender.
If
If you're calling a penalty,
because the defender sees the play developing,
Yeah, yeah.
right? The receiver doesn't.
I agree.
So maybe something to look at in the future for FPF. Jean-Nicolas Brenko, he's preparing now for perhaps a big second half as the Ducks line up, this time in their balance set. Referees trying to reset the bags. What is happening? Oh, the rush bag. I don't know what's happening.
What's Eagle saying?
I know, nobody knows what he's saying. Ball snapped to Matt Damon. Ball thrown outside. It is caught.
Hooks.
And it is caught near the marker.
Hooks are going to work.
That's the thing you've been saying, Terry.
Hooks are going to work. On that side, like I speak very highly of Will Paquette. He's a very, very good player. He's a very good tackle player as well. But what I'm looking at is he's playing so far off because he's probably playing the deep coverage or maybe playing a 4-1. He's kind of worried about getting big deep, which I would too. But at the end of the day, if Karim C. Morissette is going to sit there on a hook, just give him the ball.
But he is playing inside shade, perhaps a threat to jump it later in the game.
That's a good point.
Matt Damon in his base set. This time it's man defense across the board. It is picked. It is returned. It's going to be a touchdown by Charles Vero. It's a huge touchdown, Terry. Turning point of this game. That's too late. I missed the call, so let's just go with touchdown.
You got to get ready.
I know. I wasn't expecting pick six there. That's a huge play.
I'm just looking forward to seeing what you're going to say.
I
don't
know.
really what
I
happens on the
know.
field.
That's a huge touchdown.
That was such a nice jump by Charles Vero because you saw Matt Damon made his reads, and Charles Vero saw it from the beginning of the play. If you see it here, look at Charles Vero coming across the field. Bam, picked it off. Great
Absolutely.
play by Charles Vero.
Sitting on the back hip. Charles Vero, not a very loud, boisterous player. He's a shy guy. He's the kind of guy that can only be mine.
It's a good one.
Absolutely. As Gianni Cassati readies BBallers now for the convert. The ball is snapped. He looks to his left. This time he rolls to his right, stumbles slightly, gets his footing back, throws into a crowd of ducks. Tell you, what is a crowd of ducks?
A crowd of ducks is a flock.
Sure.
It is,
Eagle,
though.
produce.
A crowd of ducks is a flock.
All right.
Yeah, it is. Mokan
agrees. So
Mokan's wearing a bow tie, so we have to
There's
listen to
never been a media personality in the history of FPF who has since known more about ducks than Mokan. But the ball has been returned, as we saw there on the replay. That touchdown, we talked about that play before, Terry.
Absolutely.
You said Charles Vero's going to be
He's going to be your guy.
the guy in this game. Absolutely.
He's going to be your guy. He's going to be the X factor on defense, I think, today. He's going to make that one play. That one play could even give him the MVP if they end up winning the game.
They'll never give it to the
I don't think so, either.
ever. That's just not how Rob Campana rolls. First down. This time, Matt Damon, he pumps again, delivers the ball over the top, and it's picked again. Back-to-back picks. This time, it is picked on the outside by William Paquette. Terry, these are the guys. These are the guys you said coming into this game. We're going to have an impact. Maybe you see the future.
Maybe I see the future. I like this team a lot, and I think that we looked at them coming in saying, "Oh, they played a weaker team," but they dominated a weaker team. As you can see, Matt Damon was he had to force that ball in. I don't know what he saw in that one, but that's we love Matt Damon. He was a contributor years ago. Yeah, exactly. He's a contributor, but it's classic Matt Damon that where he's going to throw 2-3 picks a game.
He pumps right there and just throws it into a crowd. And I'll tell you what he should have seen. He should have seen B-ball defenders. Now Gianni Cassati delivers the hook to the outside. It is a rare drop on the outside by William Trottier.
It was a great ball.
Yeah, good placement, and honestly, a way to go to the ground for it, but unable to dig it out.
Absolutely. So, I want to get back to Matt Damon, and I think that right now he's feeling the pressure, and the pressure by the rusher as well. Branco is he's not getting to him so fast where he has to make his read quick. He's getting to him just enough to be like, okay, do I have enough time? Yes, he's making him second guess.
Absolutely. The rolling snap to Gianni Casati. He rolls to his right, stops, rolls again, throws that ball to the outside. They keep doing that. They keep running that play where Gianni Casati just throws to the perfect spot to Vincent Beauregard.
So, and Vincent Beauregard is like, I'm not going to do anything else except for this hook and stand on the sideline and wait for the tippy toe catch.
Yeah, he's standing there being like, check out my lean, bro.
Yeah. I'm right here. I'm going to catch it. Just give it to me. Even though he has 15 yards behind him where you could have got a little deeper, he doesn't have to because it's very efficient what they're doing.
But it's indefensible. If you throw the ball there, how can you even conceptualize defense for that play?
Absolutely. My keys to the game, when I looked at Gianni Casati, I said he has to keep it simple. And right now, he's keeping it simple.
Absolutely, Terry. Ball snapped to Casati this time and trips. He rolls to his left on the ISO side, delivers a corner to the back of the end zone. Unable to make the catch there is Olivier Truchon, the snapper.
Olivier Truchon was wide open on that post, on that corner. I liked that Gianni Casati did. He kind of pump faked short, and he went over the top. It was there, wide open. Just unfortunately, he couldn't bring it in.
Does Gianni Casati need to be rolling out as much as he is?
Right now, I think that he's very comfortable with this lead, and he should be. And he's like, okay, let's spread it out a bit. Let's kind of take these guys home. And honestly, if you're gonna do it right now. If you score, the game's pretty much over.
Absolutely. Ball snapped this time. The offense in their normal formation. He rolls to the right, delivers that outside hook to Vincent Beauregard. This time he stays, he keeps the flag on, but there's a flag. We'll see what it's all about in a moment.
It's illegal forward pass, declined.
Oh, there we go.
Third down. Would that have been, to stay consistent, would that have been unnecessary contact on the receiver? Because he turned around. Same thing happened with Koto early on in the game. He turned around and he kind of ran over the defender by accident.
I didn't see a penalty on either of those.
I don't think so either.
I mean, we have a different angle here. We have the benefit of being able to see the sort of like the all 22.
Yeah.
You see in football, we're elevated, of course. We have the benefit of replay.
Yeah.
Our referees do not on the field. There is trips to the left side. Gianni Casati gets the ball, looks to his left, starts to roll to his right, breaks the rusher, back to his left, delivers a perfect ball back in the end zone. It is caught, and it is a touchdown. I like the way you work. No diggity, Terry.
Oh, that's a good
touchdown.
Okay, so if they didn't complete that ball, I would have said Gianni Casati's trying to be too sexy at this point. And
I don't think Gianni Casati can be too sexy.
I mean, he's a very sexy guy.
Absolutely.
But at the end of the day, they went trips for the first time all game. They just did it right now. Keep it simple. They ended up scoring. Good for them. It's a very big lead that they have now. They're going to be up 31-12. So it's good for them. But I'm worried that a good defensive team like D2 is going to be able to capitalize and maybe make a comeback in this game.
Trips on the convert. We've seen Gianni Casati struggle early. Now he's gotten a groove going. He delivers a perfect strike. It is caught. It is in. It is a convert. Absolutely great catch there by Frederic Séné-Lucier, who dropped one earlier in this game.
That's a huge convert for them because right now the game has not been convert friendly. I think it's the second or third of the game. So right now, BBallers have huge control of this game.
Frederic Séné-Lucier has had 7 touchdowns in the playoffs there.
That's amazing.
3 games, 7 touchdowns.
3 games, 7 touchdowns. You can't go wrong with that. Matt Damon with no timeouts right now. Burned both of them. What does he have to do?
He has to stop forcing the ball.
Absolutely.
Look, coming into this game, we saw the Ducks team go to the finals in the springtime. The question, are sequels better than the original movie, Terry? So far,
depends
not so
on the
much.
seat. Depends. I mean, Die Hard.
That's tough.
Die Hard's tough, yeah.
What do you,
well,
Harry
Potter's not a sequel.
Do you go Mighty Ducks or D2?
Oh,
like what you go to?
The thing is I'm a huge fan of 5A.
There's actually a challenge. There's a challenge on that
I like
convert. As head official, Leo Gervais heads up to the booth.
I assume that Eagle's going to put it on our screen so we can all see it together.
I assume nothing at this point.
Because Eagle is excellent at what he does.
You're saying that to try and trick him into doing what you want.
Yes, I'm trying to get him to show us the play instead of show Mokan with his sick-ass bow tie.
I know. Why does he got to be this well-dressed and standing behind us?
Yeah, and make sure Simone does not get in the camera because we don't want to see Simone in the camera.
Well, we'd look better, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because there's no way you can look worse if you're standing next to Simone.
I would love to see the play in order for me to assess it and see, maybe give my opinion. But it's very hard for me to do that.
I will say, it's very clear that I need to work really hard to have nice hair, whereas your hair is just flawless, Terry.
There it is.
Oh, there we are. We're back.
Are we looking at spot, I guess?
Well,
if you got in?
So the weird thing about FPF is you can't challenge the spot on the field, but you can challenge the spot if it's a score or a convert. These angles would be tough to overturn.
Right now they called it in. I would continue. There's no conclusive evidence to say that he wasn't in. He catches the ball.
Are both feet in, perhaps? Are both feet down?
Is this the play you want to challenge, though?
It seems bizarre, but the Ducks, they're reeling.
Because what it does is it takes it from 19 to 20. And I don't see much of a difference at this point. If 19 or 20 points,
Either way, it's a 3-score lead.
It's 2 extra points. I guess they haven't been able to score extra points, but it's a tough play to call. But, when you're desperation, maybe Matt Damon's using it kind of as a timeout to kind of...
So it's tough because he lands outside the cone. Maybe we have a view of the sideline. But it's going to be tough. I don't think we have an angle that will be beneficial for the Ducks to be able to
this is Ryan's angle.
Ryan Aridi.
Ryan Aridi, yeah, sorry.
Extraordinaire. Chris Rivet on the other camera as well.
Absolutely. We have 3 cameras going. We have one unmanned. Right now, I don't know where the cone is, though.
And Gianni Cassati just blocking it out. Smart positioning by Gianni Cassati, saying, you know what, just in case I'm going to stand here, block it off. No way they can see it.
I'm second guessing if the ball crosses the line. Yeah, so it looks like they're going to give it to him. We'll wait for the confirmation by our officials, Leo Gervais.
Well, he just walked by us. What did he say?
He said 1 point. I think he gave it to him.
So because we don't have a conclusive angle, there's not enough evidence to overturn. It's going to stand. It is a 20-point lead.
Damn it, Eagle. Why can't you have another camera at that cone?
Seriously. More cameras. 32-12. We got to get cone cams, actually.
Cone cams. That'd be nice. They wouldn't break.
Not at all. 40 times. They would be so expensive. We'd be so broke so quickly. 14 minutes, 19 seconds, 20-point lead. This is the Division 6 finals between the Ducks and the BBallers. BBallers lead right now 32-12. I am Peace Del Ruiz, joined by Terry Tam. This is the Bell Complex. Welcome to the road show, guys. This is the Division 6 finals, and time is running out for the Ducks to make their march back. Ball snapped to Matt Damon. He delivers that first window slant to Karim C. Morissette, trying to calm things down a little bit, but time is not his friend.
So a Hall of Famer in this league and a veteran still plays in this league, Carmen Pelice, always says hooks and slants, hooks and slants. And it's the one thing that's going to work pretty much all the time. It doesn't mean you're going to win games just by doing it, but you're always going to be able to get something done with it, right? Be able to march the field. Hooks and slants the entire way, you'll be fine.
Now, on second down, ball ready to be snapped to Matt Damon. Matt Damon receives it. He looks to his right. He pumps, looks to deliver, delivers in that first window again. This time sitting in the hole
Felix Peru.
was Felix Peru.
Felix Peru is a very good player. He hasn't been used at all today. I think he was forced the ball deep. Charles Verreau made the play. He was forced another ball on and out. Charles Verreau made the play again. That matchup, Charles Verreau versus Felix Peru, is the best one you can get all game.
Absolutely. Ducks now on 3rd and short. Matt Damon. We see the defensive BBallers creep up slightly. Ball delivered outside to Karim C. Morissette. That's been there all game, Terry, as William Paquette still continues to back up on the snap.
Like you said, he's kind of forcing that inside shade. He's doing inside shade. He's kind of trying to force him to maybe bait him to go deep, but it's just not working. Karim is able to do his hooks, do his slants, and it's been working for him. I think he has about 7 catches today. Not many yards, but it's enough to get first downs, and that's what just happened. He got a first down on that play.
Big Ren marches back towards the bag. It's now first down for Matt Damon on the Ducks. He gets the ball, rolls to his right. He throws over the top. Anthony Pelletier was open, but the ball thrown too far as the clock continues to wind down. 12.5 minutes left in this game. So
they're going man right now, and I kind of like the call for BBallers to go man because they have the matchups across the board.
It's man, and what they're doing is they're playing sort of like a concept where they trail, like a trail concept. So it's forcing Matt Damon to throw over the top of the defenders. And we talk about the size of D2, but BBallers have a couple of guys who are not particularly short. Gab Wiseman's kind of tall. We have
Will Paquette.
Now, I know it's not really their game. It's not what they do. But it forces a perfect throw for Matt Damon. He hasn't shown he can do it. This time trips to his left. He throws the ball over the top. This time it's a perfect ball to Anthony Pelletier. It is a touchdown. Some girls only want that thing. That thing.
Is that it? Was it Fuji's?
No, it's not the Fugees. But they covered the Fugees song. I can't think of the name at the time, though.
That was a great play. A post by Anthony Pelletier. I love the play call. What they did was Felix Peruz was kind of open, but they all bubbled to Felix Peruz, and then they ended up scoring on a deep play to Anthony Pelletier. Let's see if they can get the extra point here. And sack.
That rush again, getting to Matt Damon all game long. It's been a clinic. Honestly, it's one of the best performances I've seen by a rusher in Division 6. Jean-Nicolas Branco, this dude's a man.
So he's a very good player, and I might be recruiting him. I'm not gonna lie.
Smart decision. Smart decision.
So right now, D2 they have to.
Oh, he just texted me. He says he hates you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I guess we're not going to be recruiting.
Nope.
Branko. That's a shame. Eagle, enjoy your burrito. So D2, what they're gonna do on defense right now is they got to play very aggressive.
Yeah.
If you're gonna get scored on aggressive,
I
get aggressive, knock down the ball, and pick it
rushers.
off.
They need to put Felix Cruz on the rush, but they're not doing that. The ball snap to Casati. He rolls to his right, throws a strike over the middle. It is caught by the snapper Olivier Truchon once again.
So I like Martin Jackson at rusher. That doesn't bother me because I think Felix Cruz is able to match up on that side against Vincent Beauregard.
It's just he's buying so much time in the backfield, Terry. That's the issue.
But Martin Jackson is an extremely smart player. You don't always have to be the fastest rusher to be a very good one, right? I think we both know that.
Yeah.
But I like what they're doing. That was actually a very good defensive play by them. It just one guy got open on kind of like a broken play.
But it seems like Martin Jackson's like breaking down and biting on Casati's first plant, and then he's able to just continue moving. This time he sits in the pocket, delivers a perfect deep ball. That's a good defensive play. I thought that was a touchdown. That was in the air to Vincent Beauregard. That was a great pass, great route, and great defensive play. Karim Morissette coming over to knock down the ball, and in trail coverage, of course, was, as you mentioned, the guy you liked for that matchup in Felix Cruz.
Felix Cruz was a very good one-on-one. He was kind of trailing a little bit at first. I think he was looking at the quarterback a little bit too long. He was able to catch up, but good on Karim Morissette for coming across the field and making that play as well. If you see it on the replay right here, Karim Morissette's going to jump and kind of tip the ball just enough, and Felix Cruz is right under there in order for him not to catch it.
Now with the balanced formation, Casati rolling to his right. He's going to keep it. He's going to run. He's able to stay on his feet, keep his flag on, and he gains the first down.
That was a great play by Gianni Casati. Everything broke down, and he's able to just use his feet, use his athleticism to get a first down as well.
On the previous play, Terry, if you think if Karim Morissette went up with two hands, he could have picked the ball? It seems he sort of shied away from the contact.
Maybe. Yeah, I think he could have. I think he's a good enough player to be able to catch that, but you want to make the safe play and just touch it.
Yeah,
right?
Karim Morissette missing part of this season, playing in this game with only 4 games played because of the doctor's note with his injury. He's back in good form. Happy to see him out here, but right now, the Ducks trail 32-18. 8 minutes and 50 seconds left in this game.
I'm looking at Karim Morissette to make a huge play right now. He's playing at that 3 spot, which means he's gonna be the one trailing.
Rolling snap this time to the left. Casati stops, breaks, goes to his left, and he takes sort of a semi-intentional sack as he goes out of bounds. Oh no, it's a gain of half a yard.
That's huge right now because he's not going to be able to run. That was a gain of 1 yard. It's second down right now. He's not going to be able to run. What I mentioned about Karim Morissette playing at the 3 spot is that he's kind of playing like a QB spy.
Yeah.
And you don't really see that often in FPF, but I think in this situation, it's perfect. What that's going to do is because Casati hasn't been throwing opposite ends of the field. He's been throwing on the same side he's been running on, right? So if you have a second defender on the same receiver, I think it's gonna work for them. But the clock is ticking, and they're down 14 points, and they're in their own red zone.
So 2-1-2 with the QB spot.
Absolutely, yeah.
Smart decision. This time Morissette cheating on the trip side. Gianni Casati rolling to the right, to the side of the flood. The ball thrown over the middle. It is caught. Great catch by Michon, but quickly deflagged by Anthony Peltier.
Great flag by Anthony Peltier. He's made a few of those diving flags today, and I think
you see him and you don't think athleticism.
Yeah,
but he's a great big guy. He can move well for his size. He has
1 touchdown. He has a lot of tackles. He's had a few PDs as well. Anthony Peltier has been a very good player today, and I think that anything short he's able to snuff. But I'm still looking at Kareem, and he's baiting Gianni, and I think he's gonna get a knockdown or a pick in this drive.
Well, they'll need it because now 7 minutes left in the game, still down a couple of scores. Ball snapped to Casati. He rolls immediately to his right. He has the receiver open. The ball thrown slightly high and unable to catch it was William Trostier, this time lining up on the right side.
4th down. Do you go for it? You punt it to their 1. I think you go for it.
You got to go for it.
You got to go for it at this point. You can't. Right now,
what
if
are you
score,
gain?
it's
5
the nail.
yards to punt it? You know?
That's what I'm saying. So you go for it and you put the nail in the coffin at this point. But you don't want to risk. You don't want to risk an interception for a pick 6 either. I don't think it's going to happen, but you don't want to risk those things, right?
Well, look, what Gianni Casati's going to do is, if someone's open, take the touchdown. If not,
throw it away.
Live for another drive.
Absolutely. Like you said, it's only 5 yards.
And he's got the lead. It's 32-18 for BBallers. Gianni Casati rolling snap. It ends a false start.
Huge.
That's a huge play, but it does take time off the clock for BBallers. Another 25 seconds will fall off the clock as William Trotier just takes off a little too early.
You think that's designed that way? or I think the snapper just messed up.
I've actually called that in the huddle.
Yeah?
Past, not gonna lie.
You know what?
Makes me kind of a jerk.
It's if when the other team is working against the clock, just do it, man.
Yeah,
It's going to be 4th and 10 instead of 4th and 5 or whatever it is.
Exactly.
You're still in their zone. Do something
Let's
like
just
that.
say it was intentional.
Yeah.
Genius
Good
penalty
job,
by
B-ballers.
B-ballers.
Good job. Now you punt.
That'd be funny.
Eagles punting. Eat your burrito, Eagle.
Ball going towards the ISO side on the rolling snap. Ball thrown out of bounds.
Exactly what we were saying.
There we go.
Coverage
Nothing
wasn't
safe.
there. Throw it away. But now Damo's working with 6 minutes plus 5 plays.
And D2 looks determined. They got decent determination on this drive, Terry. Not what you were thinking. They got on the field really quickly. They're ready. They know Matt Damo. I know him. He's come in here with a set of plays. He knows what he wants to do. He knows what he wants to attack. And I think we might see a game just yet.
I think so too. 6 minutes and 5 plays is. We've seen crazier things happen in this league.
Absolutely. Ball snapped to Matt Damo. He pumps. He rolls. He looks to deliver. Ball thrown to the outside.
Alexandre
Coteau once again making the play around the first down marker. Do you think the lack of JD Jolly on his honeymoon in Tokyo hurts the Ducks in this game?
I think it's the first time you mentioned JD's name during the game.
Well, to be fair, he's not here. He's in Tokyo.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard that.
No, but just to say is that it would have been mentioned. It would have been mentioned earlier because he's such a big effect and he's such a good receiver. And you don't even realize it, but yeah, he's a big piece of this offense.
2nd and 2. Matt Damo pumps. Looks to deliver over the top. Lots of bodies falling. No flags thrown. Alexandre Coteau unable to stay on his feet to catch that ball.
That was a little bit of Matt Damo making his throw in the huddle.
He made his decision in the huddle.
He made a decision in the huddle. Karim said kind of did like an out and up right on top of Alex Coteau. As you can see, they kind of ran into each other, and he was looking at one of them the entire way. So you knew he was making that throw.
Ball snap delivered to the outside. Karim Simone said with the catch, turns it upfield, and quickly deflect, but it is a first down.
I like that they moved Karim to the outside to the left side.
But I mean, now he's up against Charles Verreau.
But now he's up against Charles Verreau.
So, I mean,
but you have a nice matchup here with Julien Saint Laurent and William Paquette also, which I like.
Absolutely. Matt Damo keeping his typical formation. Pumps, delivers. Oh! Throwing the ball to Charles Verreau. And just no arc on that ball. He had a wide open Karim Simone set in the end zone. Does that spell the ending for Gordon Bombay and the D2 Ducks?
That is the end, I think, for Matt Damo. We'll see what happens. They can get a pick 6 on the first play, but I think that's the end. He for sure didn't see him. There's no way that he saw him.
It's strange though because he's staring right at him.
He's staring right at him, but he was looking just at his receiver, and it's something that happens often in this league where you're playing against the time, you're playing down. Yeah, he didn't see him. There's no way he saw him, and it's unfortunate for Matt Damo because it looked like he was getting a good drive.
The unnumbered player was breaking on it, so he had to put some heat on it, but threw it right at the chest. On first down, the ball thrown over the middle. That man again, Frederic Signé-Lucier, catching that drag over the middle. It's deadly.
Your boy Lucier, Gianni Cassati with a nice quick throw to the slant. Perfect throw, perfect catch. And Martin Jackson looks extremely frustrated because he's not able to figure out Gianni Cassati today.
He has had absolutely no impact
on
the defensive side of the game.
And it's unfortunate because Martin Jackson is somebody who you would think would have a huge impact on this game. Such an experienced player, very good player, and we have all the respect in the world for the guy, but he's just very frustrated against a very good quarterback today.
Lining up on the line, rolling snap to the right. This time, however, illegal motion.
More time off the clock.
Yeah.
I don't think they're doing it on purpose.
No, I don't. But so you're allowed to take a rolling snap, but you also need to be set as quarterback. He actually hasn't been set all game. He's been moving before the snap.
No, you can not be set. You can't just be gaining yards.
Oh, he was moving forward. Yeah,
you can't be moving forward at the same time.
Can't, so to my point, he has slightly been taking
I think so. Yeah.
2 steps to the right, a step forward.
Yeah, a little bit one of those. Now
with 3 refs though in the playoffs, much more difficult to get
Absolutely, and you have our head official Leo Gervais on the call as well.
Throwback play perhaps. This time Martin Jackson gets there, and he's like, F you, Terry. I'm making a play. He gets his first sack of the game.
Good on him.
Might be too late, though, because only 2 minutes and 6 seconds left in this game.
Good on him, because it's 3rd down right now, and if you force a punt, then you'll get it at your 10. You score quick, and then you get the ball back. It's going to be very hard for D2 to be able to come back in this game, but it's still doable. The game isn't over just yet mathematically.
Correct.
And I like how it's the 3rd period, even though we have 2 halves in this game.
This is the 3rd period of the game.
Yes, absolutely.
This is the we have now BBallers lining up, rolling snap to the right. Cassati moving to his right, going back to his left. He has Cruchon open, but instead throws over and beyond to the next level, and it's William Trossier making a catch on the left side. How many times have we said that this game?
William
Like a
Trottier-
million?
I mean, maybe not a million. I'd say 1,000.
All right, it's been
1,000.
1,000 times. William Trottier has been open on the left side.
William Trottier has been the rub 535 to a sore hamstring for Gianni Casati today. He's the one that he's looking forward to in order to continue playing the game.
Ball snap, tight formation on the left. Gianni Casati looks to deliver the ball to the top. Kareem Morissette leaping. Man, that dude's got hops. That was crazy.
I think I'm going to sign Kareem Morissette now. Forget about anybody else. That was a really nice play by him. He could, on that play, he could have made a play. He could have made a catch. And I think that it's a safe play to just go for the ball. You know what? He was stretched out pretty deep, but you know what? Maybe one more step, and he probably could have had a pick. But great play by Kareem.
It would have been tough to get his feet in bounds as well.
Absolutely.
Just again, smart placement by Gianni Casati. Where, look, if he catches the touchdown, it's game over. If not, it's going to be a safe ball thrown to the outside. Rolling snap to the right, caught. Wide open post over the middle. Anthony Peltier can't run with his man. Frederic Signé-Lucier, he gets a touchdown. Crowd goes wild. Game over. I don't even feel like making an R&B reference.
I think the game is done at this point. I think the game is done. The referee is calling a penalty, I believe, for taunting.
I guess he was just happy. I don't think it was a.
But even on an extra point before, Lucier was kind of giving the stare down to Alex Coteau, and he just gave it to another guy too. So, I mean, he's gonna get. Why get a penalty at this point?
Why be a jerk face? Like, there's no need.
Just be face. Don't be a jerk face.
Be a regular face.
Yeah, regular face, not a jerk face.
In a world full of emojis,
they just
know which one to be.
They just pulled a Vinny Gualano, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just unnecessary. It's been a great game to this point.
Game's over.
It's celebrated. It's over. It's been celebrated. Who do you think is the MVP for BBallers before the trophy is given by Commissioner Robert Campana?
It's either Gianni Casati or Charles Verreau. You can't ignore 2 interceptions and a pick six.
That pick six was huge.
It was very big.
The turning point in the game
because it put them up 25-12, and then they weren't able to bounce back from that. So I would give it at this point to Charles Verreau, I think. But you can't ignore how well Gianni Casati played today.
He was just so mechanical. We thought, look, maybe he's going to do that thing where he's going to want to flex on them, want to throw deep early and often. D2 have, they're not the quickest team, but they have better athletes than you think they do.
Absolutely.
Kareem C. Morissette, we saw what he can do in the backfield, but late in the game, with the D2 knows they need to make a play. They start creeping up, and that's when Gianni Casati took his shots over the top.
Absolutely. And what I noticed is during the season, Gianni Casati didn't spread the ball out a lot. Today, he had 4 receivers with touchdowns, and he had 3, Gab Wiseman didn't even touch the field on offense. Just to say, and Gab Wiseman,
he doesn't often play offense.
Yeah, he does not. But just to say, they didn't need him to play. Thank you, Felix. Good game, buddy. Felix is giving us the flag that he borrowed. So honestly, good for BBallers. What do you see from them? I think they should go to Division D.
Man, I think Gianni Casati can throw in Division 3 right now and be successful.
Same team?
Maybe. We've seen it. We've seen teams like Air Force One move from Division 6 right up to Division 4.
It's true.
And make a deep run in the playoffs. The thing is, we see, oh well, they're from Division 6. That doesn't mean anything anymore because these guys come with flag experience. More and more teams playing flag. It's not just outdoor experience. As Gianni Casati gets his it's just a championship trophy being delivered to BBallers. Congratulations to them.
Congratulations to the BBallers for winning. Right now they're announcing the MVP, which would have to go to Charles Verreau. I was right. See?
Oh, Charles Verreau. Okay, there we go.
Just call me Tony Romo.
All right, Tony Romo.
Thank you. So Charles Verreau, well deserved, but you can't ignore the performance that Gianni Casati had either. You can't ignore the performance that Will Trottier had. You can't ignore the intangibles that Branko did, that Branko played with. Kudos to D2. Great season for them. They came up short at the end of the year in the finals, where you want to be. You always want to have a chance to win. They had the chance. It didn't come out for them, but good on them. Congratulations, and congratulations to the BBallers for winning.
Absolutely. It was just a great game across, and it was just middle of the game. Matt Dunn made 2 bad decisions. Just trusting that drag was going to be there all day. Threw it behind the receiver, the worst place to put that ball. And he'd been placing the ball well all game, and then immediately after throwing that mindless interception into a crowd. I know Matt DeMont. I know he's furious with himself.
Yeah.
But he went up against what I believe to be a juggernaut Division 6.
Absolutely.
I thought before the season they were going to win the Division 6 championship, and they did.
When I was looking to see, when I was looking to analyze this game and to see who I thought would have won, I looked at D2 and I said, DeMont has to have better ball security. He's already thrown 6 interceptions in the playoffs before this game. He's up to 9 in 4 games.
He didn't
That's
have
not
the playoff run. And
Yeah.
he did the opposite in the spring when he played. He carried his team. He was the experienced guy. He brought his team to the finals. Just played a great game in that game. This time around, however, it's a continuation of what we've seen in the playoffs from him. Ducks registered in the spring for Division D. We'll see them. We'll see them compete at the next level. I think that's a great division for them as well. They made 2 finals in Division 6, Division E back to back. So moving up, I think, is a great idea for them. Terry, we were treated to a good game for 3 quarters. For the first 2 periods of this game, it was great. Third period kind of got away from, as we saw the third period being up on the scoreboard for some reason, but we saw it kind of get away from Ducks, unable to keep pace. But nonetheless, great game. Terry Tam, thank you for joining me. Thank you for all of us who joined us. Division 6, your champion, BBallers. Congratulations to them. Oh, sorry, we have Simon interviewing the guy on the field. This is Simon.
Je connaissais pas vraiment le fonctionnement, là, si on allait en 6 ou en 6D. Je savais même pas que le 6D existait à la base. Donc moi je nous ai inscrits là parce que il y avait juste moi et Wiseman qui avait déjà joué dans la ligue. Donc je me suis inscrit là pour montrer aux gars que ça ressemble à quoi. Puis ça a fini qu'on a dominé comme ça se peut pas.
Yeah, vraiment une belle game all around. Au début c'était très back and forth. Puis après ça, ben, ton pick 6 qui est vraiment comme open the floodgates, le pick de William par après. Tu dirais que c'est quoi qui a fait comme l'ajustement que vous avez fait en défense qui a vraiment changé la game pour vous?
Ben, c'est Jérémy Augustin qui collait les jeux toute l'année. C'est lui qui a fait que notre défense était aussi stud. Je te dirais que c'est même lui qui a collé le jeu pour qu'on aille le pick. C'est-à-dire il a dit on va faire de la 3-3, il a changé le jeu, il a tout fait, puis on s'est ajusté, puis on est allé gagner ça.
Ouais, merci Charles beaucoup. Good game, man.
That was Charles Verreau, my MVP of the game, and the MVP of the game.
Absolutely, and Simon Dagenet, great interview by him. Charles Verreau telling us about the game plan. It worked. Whatever they wanted to do was exactly the D2 players sort of played into their hands. Great game played by them. A bright future ahead for them. Terry, as you said, honestly, we were treated to a great first game of championship night of the road show. I had a great time. A little bit, I felt a bit like that congresswoman who, after the Heat first championship, said, "And now, instead of announcing Dwayne Jones." So instead of we forgot there was a little bit of an interview, but happy to see Charles Vettel getting credit for having an absolutely great game. Terry, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
BBallers, the Division 6 champion. Thank you all for joining us.